Probably only one game pack I would ever recommend, even for full price. And that's because for the longest of time, Simmers overwhelmingly preferred vampires out of every other supernatural in the Sims history. And they decided, okay, we'll charge you $20 to be a vampire. And at first, people were skeptical, but then when you see that they actually added depth and lore, and a whole world dedicated to vampirism and stuff, and added in a bunch of different little mechanics, that you realize it's actually worth paying $20 for. You got a whole rank system and everything with RPG-like mechanics where you level up, earn points, and unlock new abilities. You also get disabilities that will make your vampire have problems, so you can't become a vampire that's op. They always have to have faults. The world itself looks nice. I like the world. I originally really liked the world until Seasons broke it, because at one point they actually patched the world Midnight Hollow to be, or Forgotten Hollow, I can't remember which one it is. It's Forgotten Hollow. Midnight Hollow was the Sims 3 stored DLC, I think it was. So for this world, it was originally patched to be nighttime all year around, all day, all night. It was eternal darkness, and I like that. But Sims 4 Seasons broke that, and they never fixed it, which sucks. But oh well, just download a mod that makes vampires live in the sun, and there you go. That's pretty much the only way they can die in the Sims 4 is through the sunlight now. They can't die of thirst like in Sims 3, which I will admit is good, because Sims 3 vampires would drop dead like fruit flies from thirst if you weren't playing as them. NPC vampires did not live long in The Sims 3. You got like 4 new gardening plants, like this fly trap thing. You got plasma fruit trees. They're no longer bushes, but actual fruit trees. You got garlic, and then you got wolfsbane. They did patch wolfbane into the base game though, because werewolves. There's 3 vampires at first, which you can delete if you don't want to play vampires. And originally, vampires could invade your house at night and drink your blood. But because family players are so cancerous, they whined and cried until they got their way, and the developers patched it out. And now you can no longer have vampires invade your house. There's no gameplay setting to toggle it either, which they should have added, so that way for people who want to play vampires can play vampires. But no, the cancerous, whiny, crybaby loser family simmers had to cry and get their way and fuck us all over. Which is how I got banned from the Sims forums, by calling out the simmers, the family play simmers, for being cancer, because they are cancer. Anyways, that's about it for the game pack. It's very simple, has a nice selection of creative sim items. You can customize vampire pretty well in depth, so you can make pretty boy vampires, or you can make Nosferatu vampires. The build mode comes with a nice selection of stuff, so if you want a more old school gothic Victorian era mansion and stuff and castles, you can.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
There's only 5 lots in the new world, so that kind of sucks, but it's alright. They're decent size. 3 of them are larger size, while the 2 other are smaller. And the world itself is really nice and detailed, and you can see all types of little bits of story within the world. You can even find looks like a shrine to werewolves, hinting towards werewolves in the future, which we eventually got several years later, which sucked. And overall, that's about it. In all honesty, this is probably the only game pack that I would wholeheartedly recommend for full price. I give it an easy thumbs up, 3 stars. It's a good game pack. I did not expect that from Sims 4. And also, around the time that this came out, they added in toddlers for free, And toddlers can have vampire-like appearances. Same thing with children, but they can't be vampires until they're teenagers. So that's neat. Overall, yeah, it's a good game pack. Well worth checking out. Probably the only one I can wholeheartedly say worth checking out. And it was, what, the second or third? I think it was actually the third game pack overall. Huh.